Cory McKenna and Miranda Granger in the women's strawweight division. Interesting fight. We have a 23-year-old youngin in the women's strawweight division, one of the youngest UFC fighters, and I think the youngest female MMA fighter in the UFC right now. But the reason I say interesting fight is because just look at the physical attributes of both Cory McKenna and Miranda Granger. Let's look. Miranda Granger is 5'7" tall with a 68-inch reach right there. That is a full 9.5-inch reach advantage if the numbers are correct. And a 4-inch height advantage over Cory McKenna. Again, that is insane. That is insane. That is a huge height and reach difference. That's why this is a very interesting fight. 82% going with Cory McKenna to win on this card. And I don't blame them, but I would be very weary to just be going out there like, dude, Cory McKenna, she's a youngin. UFC probably wants her to win. She's going to grow into a good fighter once she's like 30 years old, future champion, whatever the case may be. But let's look a little bit lower. Let's go down here. Let's check at her last few fights. Vanessa Demopoulos on the Contender Series. Okay, decent win, unanimous decision. Kay Hansen, she didn't really dominate the fight. She wasn't close to finishing or anything like that. She didn't really do too much in that fight. Wasn't really the best performance. And then she got Elise Reed, and Elise Reed was able to stuff her takedowns, keep that fight on the feet, and use her better Muay Thai and striking to beat her on the feet. Land the harder shots, land more shots, and win on the judges' scorecards. That last loss is very interesting because Elise Reed is not a girl that I would say has very good takedown defense. She's not that girl. I mean, Elise Reed went on right after that to lose to Sam Hughes dominantly by ground upon TKO due to her getting taken down multiple times in the fight. So the takedown defense of Elise Reed is not that good, yet Cory McKenna was not able to go out there and take the fight down. So Cory McKenna, Miranda Granger. Now, that's why I'm like, dude, interesting ass fight is because on the one hand, you got Cory McKenna, a young, green fighter, pretty unproven, rookie in the UFC strawweight division, who's coming off a loss, losing to a girl that does not have the best takedown defense, but yet she was able to defend her takedowns. And she's 23 years old. On the other hand, we got a girl that, what was her last fight? How long ago was that? 1 year and 8 months ago. And it was a loss to Ashley Yoder. Now, Ashley Yoder is not the worst fighter in the UFC strawweight division by any means. Just a lot worse than her. But that's freaking bad to be losing to her when Randa Marcos is beating her by split decision. Lavina Souza is winning by unanimous decision. Jinu Frey, Angela Hill winning by unanimous decision. And you're losing by unanimous decision. That's not a good look by any means. So these two girls, in my opinion, are sorry. Not my opinion. It's just fact. Super low level for this women's strawweight division. They just are. They're just very low level for this division. And I don't know, man. It's a horrible fight for me to predict because on one hand you have a girl that I'm not in her camp. I'm not in her at her gym. I'm not seeing what improvements that she's made in 1 year and 8 months. I don't know. She could have really good takedown defense. She could be a much better striker than she was when she fought last time against Ashley Yoder. I don't know. That's why I'm like, yeah, I don't freaking know about this fight. I think it's a coin flip. Because on one hand, like I said, you got a young, unproven girl that's just lost the fight due to her wrestling not working against a girl with bad takedown defense. And she's fighting a girl with better striking who had 1 year and 8 months to work on her wrestling, work on her grappling, and potentially use that to win this fight on the judges' scorecards. I think this is a weird fight to predict. It's a weird fight to predict. Betting odds-wise, Cory's a solid 2-1 favor right there. Started minus 210. Money came in on Miranda Granger. Money came back out on Cory McKenna. It's a weird fight for me to predict. So I'm going to go with the underdog. If it's a fight like this, where there's so many intangibles. Like, they have not fought in a long time. I don't know what their training camp is looking like. Their gym is looking like. I don't know what they're looking like right now. And you got a girl that just, her whole game plan, her whole style of fighting just got nullified by a girl that's not really good at nullifying that particular style of fighting. I'm going to go the underdog here. I'm going to go the underdog. Miranda Granger by decision. I think it'll be close, 29-28, but it's a weird one. Do not take this as betting advice. Don't go out there, put all your money on Miranda Granger. It's one of those fights where I'm not going to be surprised what happens. I'm not going to be like, oh, dang, Miranda Granger just outstruck her for 3 rounds. I'm not going to be surprised if that happens. I won't be surprised if Cory McKenna outgrapples her for 3 rounds. I don't know. This is one of those. You got an unproven talent that's just lost, and you got a girl that has not fought in a while. I'm going to go there for the girl that has not fought in a while because I've seen a lot of them come back, and they look very new and improved and have way, way better credentials and skills and things like that. So I'm going to go Miranda Granger. Not a confident pick. Once we make that confident picks video, Miranda Granger is going to be way down there. All right, Miranda Granger by decision right there.